The toe shuffle, also known as the dribble, is what the dribble looks like when it's very practiced. There are definitely some key moments that will shortcut your journey to the dribble. So let's get into it. When I'm toe shuffling, it's not going to be a huge movement. I'm not reaching as far as I can beyond my center. I'm actually going to keep my feet quite stacked underneath me. As you can see, I'm going to put all my weight onto the left hand side. So weight is on my left, and when I put my weight on my left, I lean onto it. If I bend my knee very slightly on that side, I mean, I could keep my right foot down, but it's actually easier if my right heel lifts a little bit. So by bending the left, my right heel lifts a bit, and you can see when my right heel lifts, my toe is very slightly behind. It's going to start in that rear position. So my toe is kind of in line with my rear heel wheel on the left. I think this is probably about where we'd need to do some sort of zoom in feature. And from this position, I know my toe is on the floor, but that's just to stabilize me in place. I can push the other foot forward, push it forward, and when it's only just inching beyond my left foot. And when I put the right heel down, it's going to have a mousetrap effect or a cantilever seesaw effect. And when I put this heel down, my other heel is going to pop up. And that's because I'm transferring my weight from my left to my right. But when your feet are very close together, that shift in weight is actually really, really difficult to spot. So let me demonstrate what I mean. If when you are learning to roller skate, you've got your feet in a V, classic penguin, you've got your feet in a V and you're going to bend your knee to the left, bend your knee to the right, and you can see my whole upper body is really swaying from side to side. And that shift in weight is going to allow me to skate forwards by placing my weight on the left, placing my weight on the right. It's also going to allow me to pick up the other foot and bring it back in so that my feet don't get too wide apart. When my feet are parallel, my toes are in line, and the weight is swapping from one foot to the other, can you see that my shoulders now are not really shifting from side to side as much? They're just not really moving, but I'm having to shift my weight. But that switch is much harder to notice. So when we're learning a skill like the toe shuffle, we're going to start with the shift in weight at its biggest point, and then over time we're going to refine until we find that sweet spot, that balance point that feels just so smooth for you. So just to recap, let's start on the left this time. So I'm going to put my weight on my right, and that means my left heel is behind me. I'm going to push it forward. So there is absolutely no weight on the left foot currently. No weight. I'm going to push it forwards, and then I'm going to drop that heel down. And when I drop that heel down, the other heel, my right heel, is going to pop up off the floor. So when I'm first learning this toe shuffle, I'm actually going to creep forwards a bit, right? This is not a true toe shuffle. This is one of the steps in the breakdown to get that smooth roll. So I'm going to show you what I mean, because I'm going to creep across the screen. So I'm going to go push forward and drop. Now I'm going to push my right foot forward. Push, drop. Left, push, drop. Right, push, drop. Push, drop. Did you see how I'm creeping across the screen? Bye-bye. Well, she goes up the screen. Okay. So because I'm moving along, and that's because my weight is fully being transferred from one foot to the other, a true toe shuffle, my weight is going to be somewhere in between. So when I actually push that foot forward, there is going to be some weight on it because I'm kind of digging that toe into the floor. And when I dig that toe into the floor, the other foot is going to roll back, thereby keeping me in place. When I was creeping forward, there's so much weight on my right that it's acting as an anchor and it's holding me in place. Do you see the difference? So I'm actually creeping forward. That foot's not moving at all. But when I weight, some weight to my left, and I put some weight on this left foot, and I actually push it into the floor, push those toe wheels down into the floor, do you see how my right leg is now shifting back? I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking I must pull my right leg back. I'm thinking I need to just dig those toe wheels into the floor back a little bit more. Now, as with all my breakdowns, this is not going to be a short one. And that is because I think there's an awful lot of steps in this toe shuffle. There's just a lot that we've got to talk about and figure out. Where we place our weight is just one of the things, okay? What is our upper body doing? Okay, so let's link it back to something that we're more familiar with, like the lemon. When we're doing lemons, we should have a bounce position. Bounce, bounce, because when we're in the bounce, we're transferring our weight from our heels to our toes. So we have to bounce, and we bounce for power. And then we bounce again. Hey! So now take that feeling of the bounce in your lemon and we're going to transfer it to your toe shuffle. As I'm pushing forwards, my weight is up. So I've got a tight core pushing forward. But as I drop this heel and drop the weight, that's my bounce back down. And I'm bending my knees, I'm bending my lower body, but my chest is remaining fairly upright. So I'm going to push and drop. Push and drop. Push and drop. Push and drop. And whether you are doing the version of the toe shuffle where you're creeping forward or you're doing the version where you're staying on the spot, it is worth spending time isolating this upper body bounce position, okay, and remembering that it's a push. Focus on the push, push, drop, push, drop, push, drop, okay? So we can go at different speeds depending how you want to drill this. So my suggestion and the way we do it in class is we drill this at quarter speed, we check our body position, and then we maybe go for half speed, and then we go for full speed, but we're gonna take little breaks in between. So I'm gonna think about my upper body position. Let's go from the side so that you can see. So I'm not leaning forward, I'm not leaning too far back, I'm just trying to keep my shoulders over my hips, over that knee, so that when I push and drop, push, drop, push, drop, it's very much an up and down movement. Up and down. I also want you to notice that my arms, I do realize I'm holding a phone, using it as a microphone with one hand, but the other arm isn't here. It's not by my side. We want to have our hands at waist height or above, and that's because it actually encourages us to lift our chest and shoulders and keep them in that upright position. If your hands are forward, you're going to find that you lean forward a bit more because you're going to be kind of bracing yourself. And that's not to say it's wrong, like. This is all dance, it's all style. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. So I'm going to go really slowly to start with. So we're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, push, drop, push, drop, push, drop, push, drop, 5, 6, 7, 8, push, drop, push, drop, push, drop, push, drop, 5, 6, 7, 8, push, drop, push, drop, push, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and push, push, drop, and push. Okay. So when we're ready to take it up a little bit quicker, then we can do this in a couple of ways. I'm going to combine the two speeds, I think, the slower speed that we've just done and the more medium speed. So this time I'm going to go slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, slow. Yeah, and then I'm actually going to have that little break in between as we did before. 5, 6, 7, 8, slow and slow, quick, quick, slow. And the reason that we do this pattern is so that we swap legs, because it is important that we practice starting on both sides, even though I know we all have a preference. So let's go again. We're on the left pushing forward this time. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slow, and slow, and quick, quick, and pause, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and slow, and slow, and quick, quick, and pause, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slow, and slow, and quick, and pause. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slow, slow, quick, quick, pause. Don't forget the bounce between slow, and quick, quick, slow. Okay, faster. 5, 6, 7, 8, and slow, and quick, and slow. 5, 6, 7, 8, and slow, and quick, and slow. Nice. Keep it bouncy. Again, and slow, slow, and quick, quick, slow. 5, 6, final time. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Nice. Okay. Now, I remember learning this, and I just kind of keep glancing at myself on the screen, but I fully remember kind of internally shrieking, I cannot stay still on the spot like that. I have shuffled all over my space. How on earth is this going on? So we learn to make micro adjustments according to the space you're in, depending on like how you're rolling and what you need to do. So remember that when you're moving forwards, or when you want to move forwards, your foot angle is open in a V. If your feet are close together in a upright V, closer to parallel, or closer to here. So if they're in a fairly upright V, you're going to go forward more slowly than if you are in a very wide, flat V, okay? So the wider it is, the faster you are going to take off. So if I'm trying to go backwards, my toes are together in an A shape. And if it's a narrow, tall A, then I'm going to go backwards quite slowly. If I'm in a wide A, which is, oh, it's so uncomfortable. So if you find that you're rolling backwards, slow, slow, quick, 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 then you can angle your feet. But if you don't have a lot of experience right now, I am going to urge you to not worry about that. Just go with the roll wherever you end up. And on the 5, 6, 7, 8 in between, when you're counting for yourself, just readjust your position. Just kind of shuffle back to where you need to be and try not to stress about it. Know that it's a really normal part of the process, and it takes years to master staying in the same spot and micro adjusting your foot position so that you actually can do that. If you can, and if you don't have experience of that yet, don't worry. The other thing I'm going to drop for you is try to place your heel wheel down as quietly as you can. Now, again, this is going to depend on your level of experience, but if you are toe shuffling, try to put your wheels down as quietly as possible. This is really difficult in this room because the floor is so damn creaky, okay? But that is because it's winter and the floor is kind of slightly, the boards are expanding a bit, so it's just got extra creaky. But you can still put your heel wheel down. So you shouldn't be hearing push, slam, push, slam, push, okay? The more you drop your weight and slam it down, the more, I'm going to say like staccato it's going to look, the more disjointed. And really the toe shuffle / dribble should look as smooth as possible. And the way to get that smoothness is to put your foot down as quietly as possible. Now, what this does is it forces you to bend your knee more. So it means you've always got like a wave of movement through your body compared to just sharply putting your heel down and stopping your weight. And if you've always got some movement, some flow in your body, the whole move just looks smoother. So if you're ready now to take it up a gear and go quicker, then let's do that. So this time we're going to go for 8, but if you need to go for 4, you're going to go for 4. I'm going to rotate again between each little set of 8 as I did previously, but I think maybe I'm going to go to the left this time. I'm going to start everything on the left. Now here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 7, 8. 5, 6, 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 6, 7, 8. Okay. Just trying to notice what else I might be doing when I'm working at that speed. And one of the things I've just noticed in my body is that as I'm pushing forwards, I'm actually bringing the opposite shoulder also forwards, because having that diagonal line across my center is going to keep me more in place. It also feels nicer in my body. There's a little bit more movement there. So I'm actually twisting my upper body just ever so slightly.
Si quieren verte, como te niego mi corazón si te siente. Quiero de lo bueno que teníamos